Rev up your engines!
Sam 101 asks, what's the best kind of car to drive to attract a woman? Okay, here's something that might go counterintuitive to some guys, but to smart guys it isn't. You don't want a high-end luxury car because really high-end cars like Lamborghinis or Ferraris, for all my customers who've owned them over the years have told me, they only attract young boys and old men, not beautiful women. So if you're attracted to old men, that has nothing to do with women. And that's not something I'm going to get involved in here. But you basically don't want a real high-end car because the only thing it's going to attract is young boys, old men, or gold diggers who don't care about the car. They just see it, oh, he's got money if he can afford this, so I want him. Now, if you want to find a good woman, find a beater or just a plain old reliable car, and the woman is looking at you and not the car. Take a look at my wife when we were dating before we got married. I had a 1970 Ford Maverick with the 3-speed on the column. I paid $500 for it. But I do have to say I had a Norton motorcycle too, which was the fastest motorcycle in the world at the time. So she kind of like that, but hey, speed and money, they can be different things. If you want to take my advice about cars, find a reliable old beater car if you want to find a good woman. I've been married for 40 years to the same woman. It worked for me. It can work for you too. The Mass 322 says, Scotty, I have a Nissan Maxima 2013. When should I change the CVT oil? And when should I change the timing chain? The CVT oil, those have one of the weakest CVT transmissions out there. I would change that. I don't care what anybody says. I would religiously change it every 30 or 40,000 miles. Definitely do that. Now, the timing chain, theoretically, they can last forever if you change your oil all the time and they get lubrication. If you start to hear a rattling noise, or if you have somebody it runs poorly, somebody puts a timing light on it, checks the timing, it says the timing's all off because the chain is stretched, then you'd want to change it then. For keeping those chains lasting, the only thing you have to do is change the engine oil and filter a lot. So don't listen to any of the garbage that people give you. With that engine, I would religiously change the engine oil and filter. And I change it every 5,000 or 6,000 miles, period. And that will keep the chain from wearing. The problem is a lot of these guys believe this nonsense of changing the oil every 10 or 15,000 miles with synthetic oil. It'll get dirty, it'll wear things more. Oil is cheap, engines are expensive. Jason Wynn says, Scotty, is a 2011 automatic Corolla S any good? I'm thinking about buying with 100,000 miles for $8,000. The truth of the matter is Toyota doesn't make transmissions as well as they used to. That's a fact. And that particular car is a 2011. I got a customer who's got one. His went out. And it cost him $5,500 just to have a used transmission put in. So I wouldn't buy that particular one. I just wouldn't. Because they had some problems with some of those automatic transmissions. So why gamble? I would get an older one or I would get a newer one. I wouldn't buy that particular year. The Dave fan says, hey Scotty, what's your opinion of the Toyota Aisin CVT transmission and the new Toyota Corolla? I was talking about the standard one earlier. Here's the thing. I am not a CVT transmission fan, but they're all starting to go that way. The best ones in the world are the ones made by Aisin. Now, Aisin is owned, I believe, 30% by Toyota, but it's an independent company where a lot of the CVT transmissions are made by Nissan, and they sell them to all different companies, but they're Nissan-based transmissions, and they're terrible. I was talking to my transmission expert this week, and I said, what's the worst CVT transmission out there? He didn't even think. He just said, Nissan by far. I work on tons of them. They're terrible. The Toyotas? No. CVT transmission, from what I've seen, the Aisins are the best in the world. Now, a lot of people are using them now. I saw that the big Chrysler trucks now, they switched to the Aisin transmission. So the Aisins are pretty good transmissions. I personally just don't like CVT transmissions, but I can see a foreseeable future that that's the only thing that they're going to have available is either the CVTs or a standard transmission. And if it was me, I would then get a standard transmission. Michael Z says, Scotty, I got a 2009 F-150. Sometimes when I go to open the driver's door, it sticks and I have to relock it and unlock the door again with the key. What do you think? Since it sticks, the first thing you want to do, the easiest thing is just get yourself a can of the modern WD-40, not old stuff, but the new stuff, which is a new formulation. Spray the key and spray it in the lock hole like mad. Doesn't hurt anything. If you get any overspray, just wipe it off with a paper towel. A lot of times it's just old age, needs a little lubrication, it works fine. If that doesn't fix it, that generally means that your actual latch assembly is starting to wear out and you're probably going to have to replace it. Now, if you have a remote too and you hit the remote and doesn't do it, then it's definitely the key assembly. But if it does it even with the remote, then yeah, you're going to need a new latch assembly because that's be wearing out on it. That's how I test them. If they have a remote key too to check it with. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.